Hi there everybody, Ollie here, aka Secret Nimbus here, another episode of Magic Duels. So for today's episode, we're back with the mono-white humans. Made a few changes to the deck, the main thing being that we've added in the 4 copies of Topan Freeblade, or Topan Freeblade, depending on how you want to pronounce that. In that case, adding in all 4 copies of that, we have taken out the 2 copies of Dauntless Cathar, the 3 mana, was it 3 mana? I think it was. Just flick through, see if we can find it. Oh yep, Dauntless Cathar, taking out the copies of that, and we've also taken out the 4 mana Retreat to Emeria. I think that's the 4 mana white enchantment. Let's see if we can find it quick. Gone past it by the looks of things, like a big old dummy. There we go. Yeah, we're taking out the 1 copy of Retreat to Emeria, and I've also taken out the what was it called? The reinforcements card, which was 4 mana, I believe. So it's like something reinforcements or something along those lines. There you go. Allied reinforcements. That's gone as well, just because they're not human, so they don't synergize up quite so well. Gideon's staying in, as he is a human himself, so that does trigger the human synergies. And yeah, we've kept the 2 angels in the deck, so the Avacyn and the Archangel of Tithes, just because they're pretty awesome. But apart from that, there's no other changes. So 4 copies of Topan Freeblade in. Dauntless Cathars, the Retreat to Emeria, and the Allied Reinforcements out. The deck list will be below, but let's go play some games. Okay guys, here we are for game number 1. So we're playing the rank 21 something or other. I will double check in a moment. I'm actually going to keep this hand mostly because we've got the Topan Freeblade. Hopefully we'll draw into the 2nd white mana for the Consul Lieutenant next turn. Okay, we're playing the rank 24 Sky. We're all the way up to rank 18. I did get up to rank 21, I think, over the weekend, but then I had a bit of a tilt late last night where I lost a couple of games in a row, so wasn't really able to maintain that. Very nice. We've actually managed to find a 2nd copy of Topan Freeblade, so providing we can find a 3rd mana, we're going to be looking pretty good. We probably want to drop Bygone Bishop and then start dropping other creatures after that. Okay, looks like we're playing a mono-white deck ourselves, so it's Topan Freeblade versus Topan Freeblade here. Bygone Bishop would be quite nice. Come on, 3rd white mana. There we go. Cool, so we're going to be playing out the Bygone Bishop this turn. We'll swing with the Topan Freeblade. We'll see if he wants to trade early on. I'm assuming he probably will, because that would then mean that this would get renowned and would then be able to trade with him next turn. So I'd say that's a fairly good trade early on. I mean, we've got a 2nd one anyway, so I'm not too fussed by that. We've got plenty of options here. Maybe I'm going to drop Consul's Lieutenant down next turn. I think my microphone stand is going a bit funny. I'm just going to adjust it upwards. You might have heard the game sound go there for a second. I'm sorry about that. I did mute my microphone, and then for some reason it then did some skewy things. So yeah, the desktop audio may have gone for a second there. I may also just cut that footage out. But where are we? So okay, so he's played a Knight of the White Orchid, which would have got his 4th mana for him. So we probably want to swing with the Bygone Bishop, and then drop ourselves a Consul's Lieutenant and a Topan Freeblade. Get the oh, do we want to get Pious Evangel? If we get Pious Evangel, we will get the lifelink from it. So yeah, I think I'm going to do that. We still get the what's what I'm looking for? We still get the token, the clue, but we're also going to get some bonus life from playing these 2 out next turn. Plus, then we've also got the clue token to potentially Angelic Purge, something that we don't like next turn as well. So works for me. Okay, so he's got an Always Watching, so that's something that we might want to consider Angelic Purging. If we get a 5th mana, I would definitely consider it. So he's going to swing with the Knight of the White Orchid. So we'll just skip blocking there. That's fine by me. There we go, and then he's going to play out a Consul's Lieutenant. Okay, so yeah, we probably want to Angelic Purge that, just because it's going to be trouble otherwise. Excellent, we've got the 5th mana, which is what I wanted to see. So we're going to Angelic Purge you. Yep, we're going to sacrifice the clue token, because that's one of the good things about the Bygone Bishop, as it gives us those, essentially those things that we can sacrifice. There's clue tokens that we can sacrifice for the Angelic Purge, which is always very nice. It's just like a bonus card which we can basically continuously generate with other cards. Okay, so I think we'll drop our own Consul's Lieutenant this turn, so that'll generate another clue token. It will gain us a life from the Pious Evangel. All very nice. Okay. He does have the 2 double strikers. I'm tempted to trade Consul's Lieutenant for Consul's Lieutenant if he swings with both of these. Mostly because I don't want it generating the Anthem effect for him. We've got the evasion creature, so yeah, he's swinging with both of these, so we will be trading you up. I don't know if he's got a combat trick. He does have a combat trick. Ah, okay, he's got Avacyn. Okay, so that's annoying. So that will be indestructible this turn. So we will take two life, and that won't be destroyed, unfortunately. Can almost do with a second Angelic Purge now. Oh, hello, beauty. So we're going to drop the Topan Freeblade here. It's going to generate us that clue, and we will be exiling you. So it's going to Angelic Purge Avacyn. Sacrifice another clue token because we can. Wow, I can't believe we actually topped a... I'm just going to swing with the... Do I swing both of these or just one of them? Because I can use this to trade with one of these two, for example. So I think I'm just going to swing with the Bygone Bishop. Sorry, not the Bygone Bishop, the Pious Evangel, sorry. Take him down to 14, because that way we can then trade with the Consul's Lieutenant. I'm trying to think, the only spell that we'd have to look out for would be... what's it called? The one that goes +1/+1 with the lifelink. I've got it in this deck, for example. That would be the only spell that I'd be scared about. If he doesn't swing, we know he hasn't got it, because he'd obviously be worried trading the Consul's Lieutenant with the Bygone Bishop. It's nice that we've got the clue token to... Okay, so he's got a second Consul's Lieutenant. So yeah, it's basically the mirror matchup here. Mono-white humans versus mono-white humans. Luckily, I've managed to get my 2... Okay, so yeah, we know that he did not have the +1/+1 with lifelink. Okay, so we've got nothing here. So I'm just automatically going to sacrifice this clue token. See if we find something better. We've got hope against hope. So I'm actually going to dump this on top of... we could dump it on top of, for example, our Bygone Bishop, which would give us a lot of reach in the air. Or we can put it on something like a Topan Freeblade, which has Vigilance. What would that give it? That would make it a 4/4 with First Strike. Would give us an additional First Striker. Just trying to think. So yeah, it's a 5/5. So it wouldn't trade. It wouldn't actually trade with any of them. So I'm just going to skip attack for now and leave open 2 potential blockers here. We can also start generating creatures with the Westvale Abbey, which is quite nice. And that would also be free as well, because you do have to pay 1 life and put a 1/1 white and black human cleric creature token onto the battlefield. But because we've got the Pious Evangel, whenever another creature enters the battlefield, we gain 1 life. So essentially, we just pay the mana cost to summon a human at the moment. Don't know what cards he's got. I'm assuming he might have flooded. It's nice that we managed to exile Avacyn and also the... What's it called? The Always Watching. We almost need one of our own. Either Avacyn or Always Watching would be quite nice right about now. Yeah, it's nice to have an additional First Striker here as a blocker. So he's wondering what he's doing here. Okay, we've got Undo Rising. So whenever a creature swings, it gets lifelink. Okay, so he's going to gain some life from this. And he also gets a 4/4 Plains. So he's going to swing with everything here. So all of these get lifelink. Now, tough choice here. Do I allow the 6 damage to go through, or do I block the 2 Consul's Lieutenants? I'm thinking block the 2 Consul's Lieutenants. I mean, we're going to take 6 damage, but at the same time, we're going to destroy these 2, and that's going to prevent them from... using their their anthems in future. So I think that's a much better trade, especially as we can essentially swing for 5 damage ourselves this turn, potentially 6 if we don't find anything better. Okay, we found a mana, so yeah, we haven't found anything better to do than just tap you down, put a why? Oh my god, game, why? Oh, I hate my life. I hate my life. Basically, what happened is there's that glitch with the interface where I thought I clicked on put a 1/1 creature token onto the battlefield, and what did it do? It decided to, in fact, add a colourless mana. At least it's now 6/6, so we can trade quite nicely with the planes. And we can also trade with the Knight of the White Orchid this turn. So unless he happens to have another Ondu Rising... Okay, he's got a Planar Outburst. So we could potentially sacrifice this and transform it, and then we could gain a load of life. So we're just going to tap you down. We're going to sacrifice Bygone Bishop. Doesn't really matter at this point. It's about to be destroyed anyway. So that will transform. And then we're just going to... Because they were going to die anyway. So we may as well force him to lose some life and gain some life ourselves while we're at it. So yeah, he's running things like Ondu, Planar Outburst and Ondu Rising, which are cards I did consider adding to this deck. So I'm thinking maybe like one of the few cards which could potentially help us right now would be something like Avacyn. Okay, Topan Freeblade is okay. Did consider trying to just put like the 1/1 token on the battlefield. I might start doing that from next turn. Let that go through. We'll go down to 4 potentially. So yeah, this planes is particularly annoying. In hindsight, maybe should have killed this one instead of one of the Topan Freeblade, instead of one of the Consul's lieutenants. Hindsight's a wonderful thing. Didn't know he was going to be running Ondu Rising, to be not Planar Outburst, to be fair. At least we've got a blocker for that next turn, so this one has Vigilance as well, so we can swing with this. I don't know what else he's got. I'm assuming he's just flooded out. What have we got? Something good? Nope, just got a Plains, so he's going to play you out and just put a 1/1 human on the battlefield. Just gives us a blocker every turn for the... what's it called? Well, it gives us a blocker this turn anyway for the Plains. We could do with something better though. We could actually, saying that, we can actually kill it now with the 2 creatures, which is quite nice. So he may think twice about swinging with this. Depends what else he's got. Like, he could have something a lot better. We are starting to run out of health as well. Is he going to attack? I'm assuming he probably will. No, he's decided not to. That actually works for me. That gives me more time to find something like another Bygone Bishop. Oh my god, we're just flooding out. Of course we are. Of course we are, guys. Just going to skip attack. And then we're just going to put another creature on the battlefield. Yeah, we're getting precariously low on life here. I mean, I'm almost thinking, like, if we can get up to the 5 creatures, is it? Yeah, we might be able to essentially... Okay, he's got Kytheon's Tactics. Gives him Vigilance, doesn't it? Yeah, Vigilance and... So I'm thinking just block with the 2 1/1s here. I don't know what's going to help us here at this point. I'm a little bit stumped. I don't think there's much that can help us. Doesn't help that we've flooded out for the last 2 turns. Tenacity sort of helps. I'm tempted to swing. See if he blocks with, say, for example, that one and Tenacity. We'll get us 4 life. Okay, so he's blocked with that one. Okay, he's double blocked. So we'll kill you. So let's go Tenacity. Which is going to get us 4 life. So we're going to kill the planes. So we're going to go to 8, which gives us a few more turns to find something here. We're basically just buying time at this point. So he's got his 2/2 Knight of the White Orchid. We'll drop down to 6. I need something like an Avacyn. Trying to think what else would help us here. my own Knight of the White Orchid. I don't think that would really help. I'm hoping he's just flooding out as well, because he hasn't played anything else. Come on, something good. Aspiring Captain is actually pretty good here, I'm going to be honest. Gives us something to trade with the 2/2, so would have been nice if we had something to Anthem this turn with it, but you know, at least it gives us a blocker against the Knight of the White Orchid, depending on what else he gets. I mean, he could, for example, find one of his own Angelic Purges, if he's running Angelic Purges, of course. Nope, he has nothing, so he could have flooded out himself. I don't know what else he's got. Oh, always watching. That is a clutch play here. So what we can do is then swing with the 4/4. Okay, we're stabilising out here, guys. We're stabilising out somehow. I almost don't even want to do the Westvale Abbey, just because I don't really want to be generating those creatures. I don't really want to be losing the health. Okay, so he's played a Consul's Lieutenant. So he can't swing with the Knight of the White Orchid, I'm assuming? No, I don't even know what he's got at this point. Something good, like an Avacyn? Angelic Purge sort of helps us, because we can just purge, for example, one of his creatures. I don't know which one. Which one would be worse to keep around? I'm thinking get rid of the Consul's Lieutenant. Just because, you know, Anthem effects and all that. Should have got rid of one of them. I could have potentially have Westvale Abbey if I felt like it. We're staying in here, guys. That's, what, 3 of our Angelic Purges gone? We've only got 1 left in the deck. This is going right down to the wire. He had the... this has gone a really long match. It's like 15 minutes. I'm almost like determined to win at this point. His... what's the word I'm looking for? His planar outburst was probably the point at which he got the momentum swinging in his direction. Something good. No more mana, please. Ooh, very nice. We've got an Expedition Envoy. We're still in this, guys. So we're just going to keep swinging with the Inspiring Captain. I don't know what he's got here. He's got 2 cards in hand. So he's going to play you out. So at this point, he's dead next turn. So I'm guessing he's just kind of like top decking like crazy to try and find... At least we've got 2 creatures here and he's on 3 lives. So he basically either needs another blocker. He's got Nimbus Wings. That doesn't really help. If he swings, he's dead, basically. He can't deal 6 damage. So does that mean we've won? I'm going to swing with both, because he can only obviously block one of these creatures. I can't... If we won this, this is amazing. Oh my god, we won. Fantastic. Wow. That was a good match. Sorry, Mr. Sky, but we came out on top. My mono white weenies beat your mono white weenies. My god, I've lost the ability to talk. That was such a good game. Okay, let's move on to game number 2. Okay, guys, here we are for game number 2. I think we're playing the rank 15 Khan the Silly. So I'm really tempted to keep this one, but no, this is a much better hand. Yeah, I'm glad I decided to mulligan there. That first hand was very tempting to keep, but this is the far superior hand. We've got Consul's Lieutenant, Topan Freeblade, and Thalia's Lieutenant all on our side, so... Okay, so he's playing white-green at the moment, so we'll drop the Consul's Lieutenant just because it's the better blocker. And then we'll probably drop Topan Freeblade next turn and Thalia's Lieutenant the turn after that. Okay, we've got Thing in the Ice, so at least we've got an Angelic Purge to potentially deal with that in a couple of turns' time. Okay, so we shall be dropping, so we can't really swing here. So we'll just drop the Topan Freeblade. So I may decide to Angelic Purge that next turn, depending on what else he's got. So we've got green, white, blue at the moment, so not entirely sure what kind of deck he's running. He doesn't play out anything else that's good for us. We've got the potential counter spell here, but we are just going to Angelic Purge it. Which allows us to then swing with our 2/2/2s. Okay, so he's going to give both of these -2/0 until end of turn. Okay, apparently I paused that. I don't remember pausing that. But hey ho. He did that too early. Oh, that was a really bad mistake. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, he Hydra Lashed before I committed my attackers, and basically it's only attacking creatures that do it. So yeah, that's a kind of hilarious game number 2. So we're going to leave here and then we'll move on to game number 3. Okay guys, here we are for game number 3. We're playing the rank 25 Leods. Let's see what we get in terms of an opening hand. Love to keep this, but we're going to try and find a better one, and this is the much better hand. In fact, this is a brilliant hand. Double Knight of the White Orchid. Okay, so we've got a Goblin Glory Chaser to come down first, so I'm almost tempted to actually just like trade straight up Kytheon for a Goblin Glory Chaser here. Although we do have an Angelic Purge, so I'm thinking don't be so hasty. Maybe even let it renown. Can't be the end of the world. We've got like a Knight of the White Orchid we can play to double block menace creatures, so see what he does. Is he going to swing? Do we trade the Kytheon? Okay, he's just got a fire. He's just going to straight up Fire Impulse Kytheon. Okay, you do that. You do that. And then he's got a Goblin Arsonist. So yeah, looks like we're playing mono red aggro. Yeah, I realised afterwards that the previous guy's name was the Salty, and I'm fairly sure he was very salty after making that Hydra Lash mistake. So yeah, you got to remember, because it's basically describes it as a what's the word I'm looking for? Because it's a attacking creatures, you have to commit it during an attacking phase. So unfortunately, because I hadn't committed any attackers yet, it actually did nothing. Drew him a card, but that was about all it did. Okay, so we obviously can't block the Menaced Glory Chaser at this point. Just responding to my wife. She's on her way home from work, just letting know. But I'll see her soon. Okay, so he's played out a Majoring Bully. So he's going to swing with the Glory Chaser, which we obviously can't block. I never understand why it gives you the option to block a menace creature when you actually can't. Kind of annoys me. Okay, so we'll play out the Westvale Abbey, and I think maybe just play out the second Knight, just so we've got a blocker for potentially Goblin Arsonist, Majoring Bully. You may also decide to dump some enchantments on top of that. Yeah, I think this is like the kind of the crux of a mono red aggro deck nowadays. So he's thinking here because obviously he's got to. So we've double blocked the Goblin Glory Chaser, or we single block the Majoring Bully. So he hasn't committed to something here, which basically tells me that he probably doesn't have a combat trick open. I mean, I could double block that now, just to get out of the way. We're going to take 2 damage regardless, and he's just going to Twin Bolt one of my knights. Okay, that's annoying. I was going to say, did he have any combat tricks? No, but he did have some removal, so we'll just have to skip blocking there. We're going to have to go to 12 here. Okay, so mana? No, we have an Always Watching though, which is quite nice. Which I will play out now, because it's going to allow me to swing for 3 with the Vigilance as well. So, here we go. Hopefully we can stabilise from this. Said, does he have a 3rd mana? If he doesn't, that's going to make me feel a little bit better. Still can't block the Glory Chaser, but we can potentially purge it at some point if we need to. So he's having a swing with the Majoring Bully. So we're going to block you. I'm assuming he's got some kind of combat trick. Titan Strength. Oh no, that's just going to kill it, isn't it? Why did you have to have a Titan Strength? That's like the one card. Ugh. Naren, I shouldn't have blocked. He would have Titan Strength that anyway though, and we would have taken 6 damage to our face, and I'm not sure that's something we could have come back from, so... So this is not the best match ever. Okay, so we can now play out the Pious Evangel and an Expedition Envoy. Gain 2 life this turn. Which is quite nice. There we go. Okay, so at least we've got something we can trade the Majoring Bully for again, unless he's got another Titan Strength, which is, you know, pretty likely in a red deck wins. Okay, so he's found his 3rd mana. And he's got an Inferno Fist on Majoring Bully. Nope, he's going to put it on you. So I can still trade with the Majoring Bully, unless he decides to just outright Inferno Fist my Expedition Envoy. Which is a possibility. Which I think he's going to do. Ugh. Could have blocked with the Pious Evangel. Okay, no, he decided not to do that. Okay, so I'm very tempted here to Angelic Purge the Goblin Glory Chaser at this point, just because I think we could potentially come back from this if we do so. So I'm going to Angelic Purge you. Sacrifice one of our white mana, because we've still got 3 mana open for a Pious Evangel next turn. We will swing with you. See if he blocks. He does not, so we're going to push through 3 damage here. Do have another Angelic Purge if we really need it. We will gain 2 life next turn from the double Pious Evangel, which is quite nice. So what's he got? He has got an Abbot of Kerrol Keep. Okay, and he's not played out the Infectious Bloodlust because he couldn't afford it. Okay, that's quite nice. So I think we'll play out the 2nd Pious Evangel here. So we're going to get 2 life from that, or is it 4 life? No, it's just 2 life. So I think we'll swing with you. Even if he decides to double block, I'd see that as quite a good trade, which he did not. Okay, so we've stabilised out quite nicely here. We're almost even on life. I say we've got the slightly better board. We've got the good spot removal in case he manages to put an enchantment on any of these. So yeah, getting rid of that Glory Chase was quite important. What he really should have done was Inferno Fisted. Okay, so he has in fact made you into, what is it going to be, a 6/4? Ouch. Is he going to swing? He is going to swing. Do I double block? No, I'm going to let this go. And then Angelic Purge it, I suppose. Depends what else we get here. Okay, we've got Consul's Lieutenant, which would actually be able to trade with it next turn, so I think that's a slightly better play out of these 2. We will gain 2 life from these 2 anyway, so it's not too bad. So he's going to trade with that finally. He's realised that he can't really take 6 health himself. So then we'll just play out the Consul's Lieutenant. Gain 2 life. There we go. What I may potentially do is if he does have a combat trick for that, that's got trample. Although if we do first strike it, like I said, it all depends on whether or not he's got a spell or not. Would be tempted to almost trade down the Pious Evangel, which would then flip it over, sacrifice something or other. Just thinking what I could sacrifice to flip it. Okay, he's got an Exquisite Firecraft, so he's just going to outright Exquisite Firecraft one of my Pious Evangels. So we're going to flip you in that case and just sacrifice you. Okay, so this is not good. What I've just realised is that, yeah, what I hadn't realised is that would then pump that up, unfortunately. So we're going to point that at you. We gain a life back. So he goes down to 7. Okay, do I just Angelic Purge that? And then... yeah, I think I'm going to have to. We're going to have to Angelic Purge you. There we go. Just get rid of it. And then just swing for 3. As that's not quite a nice body now, which is pretty cool. So I think that was potentially the best play there. I mean, it's kept us in it. Okay, so he's got a Scourge Wolf, first strike. Does that have Delirium active? Oh god, he does have Delirium, so that's got double strike. Okay, and it's now 4-2 as well. So that can essentially do 8 damage. I'm going to play you out, although it doesn't have Trample, so that's one thing we've got going for us. We have to skip blocking, I think. We can give you first strike next turn, which would actually work out. So what's he got? Oh, he can... oh my god, he can just outright Inferno Fist. I'd forgotten that. Ah, never mind. We got close, but he just managed to pip us to the post there at the end. Ah, never mind. It's not the end of the world. We won the first 2, so I'll take that. Okay, so I think we're just going to finish off by opening up some packs. As you can see, I've got a fair chunk of gold to spend, so... oh, that's annoying. We're like 10 gold short of being able to buy 8 packs. I'm almost tempted to just try and get 10 gold from somewhere. Where's my... how close was I to doing that quest? Oh, still 4 cards away. Yeah, so we're going to have to do this the slow way, unfortunately, so... I have to buy like 7 packs, I think it is. That's what we're going to unlock. So we've got Oath of Nissa, Thought Harvest. Whenever you cast a colourless spell, target opponent's exiles the top card of his or her library. It's quite nice. Devoid and Flying as well. Kozilek's Pathfinder, I think we've seen that before. So nothing particularly new there. Anything good? Ooh, we got Eily, Eternal Pilgrim. So I think probably like a... no, I was going to say it's probably for an allied deck, but I don't think it is. More of a life drain deck, that one. Visions of Brutality, Bonds of Mortality. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. Creatures your opponent control lose hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Interesting. Not sure it would really see any kind of play, except maybe like an Avacyn play or something like that. Expedition Raptor. When it enters the battlefield, support 2. It's not bad. It's okay for Weenies, but not particularly great as it's quite expensive. Okay, let's buy a couple more packs. Please be something good. What are we going to get? Another Eily, Prophet of Distortion, Devoid, and you can use 4 mana to draw a card. Undo War Cleric, Lead by Example, support 2, Chitinous Cloak, and equipped creature gets +2/+2. Okay. What else we get? Reality Smasher we've seen before. Make a Stand. Creatures you control gain +1/0 and gain indestructible until end of turn. Interesting for like a Weenie deck as well. Another one of those I did consider. We've got another Grasp of Darkness, which is quite nice. So how much we've got left? 590. So we can get 3 more packs. So we're hoping for Planeswalkers. What we've got here? Deep Fathom Skulker. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. Okay, we've got Wall of Resurgence. Enters the battlefield, you may put 3 +1/+1 counters on target land you control. Okay, so that's interesting for like an Awaken deck. What else we got? Scion Summoner. Enters the battlefield, put a token on the battlefield. Saddleback Legak enters the battlefield, support 2. It's quite nice. What else are we going to get? Something good? Nope, another Oath of Nissa. I'm sure we've got already on... is this the second one we've unlocked today, maybe? I don't know, but it's good for a Super Friends deck anyway. Spawnbinder Mage. Tap and untap ally you control, tap target creature. Zulaport Chin Mage. Cohort. Tap and untap ally you control, target opponent loses 2 life. Interesting. Relentless Hunter. Gets +1/+1 against trample until end of turn. It's not bad. Okay, one more pack to buy today. Something good. Oh yep, got to remember to open the booster. Something good. Thought Not Seer. When Thought Not Seer enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals his or her hand. You may choose a non-land card from it and exile that card. Fair enough. And also when it leaves the battlefield, opponent draws a card. Got another Lead by Example, got another Bonds of Mortality, Essence Depleter, Devoid, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Again, good for a life drain deck, so some more cards added to that. So we're almost 2/3 of the way through this, so we haven't really got that much more to unlock before essentially just gaining gold before Eldritch Moon, which is quite nice. So it's pretty cool. So I'm leaving the episode here for now. As always guys, don't forget to comment and like if you've enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.